Hey guys, it's Brian, and today I want to give you guys my review for The Walking Dead World Beyond, Episode 3, titled The Tiger and the Lamb. So this was an okay episode. I think I'd give it a 7.5 out of 10. So it starts out with Silas, and there's sirens, and, there's blood on his hands, and he gets, arrested or something. Some cop. This confused me. I don't know what community this is in. Anyways, Hope is talking on the walkie-talkie. She's trying to get Iris and the others and telling them to be ready, because she is going to act as bait, and Iris tries to convince her not to, but it doesn't work, and we get the intro scene, which I still don't like. And after that, we get more flashbacks with Silas. He's talking to Felix about working at the plant with his uncle instead of going to school. And I don't know if his uncle is abusive or it was someone else in his family, but yeah. And he talks to Felix and just how he has choices here and whatever he needs help with. Things like that. So back in the present, Hope is telling them to get ready, that she is going to try and be the bait, but also run to them. So, and we get, Iris talking to Hope, and, the sister's just, being very cringy. Anyway, she says that they need to get ready because she's going to go to the roof and try to, signal the walkers and, get down. So anyways, after that, we have the characters going. They decide that, they need to make a run for it. And we have, Silas, who he doesn't want to kill walkers, So he asks the others just to carry their stuff. So, Silas just carries that stuff. I get that he's a strong kid, but my goodness, that wrench has got to be heavy. And then he takes everyone's bags too. So anyways, he takes everyone's bags, and, they are about to go down. They put on their masks because there is a lot of smoke right now because of the burning tires and all that. So they are down, and they're walking through the piles of burned rubber, and somehow Silas gets separated. He loses track of Elton and Iris, and as a result of that, a walker comes out of nowhere and attacks him, and he shoves the walker. But we also get a flashback of his past when he was, I think, beating up his uncle and almost killed him. So they need to show us what really happened. It was a little confusing. He's about to kill the walker when he stops. I'm not sure why the walker... So, the walker doesn't even try to get up, which was kind of weird to me. I don't know why, the walker didn't try to get back up after he pushed it down. But yeah, Silas, hesitates and then just doesn't kill it. But anyways, they get Silas and they manage to, get inside, a building, the same office that Hope was in. And after that, there's tons of walkers, and Iris is now... underneath the siren. She's in this warehouse, and she's looking around the warehouse. It's abandoned, no walkers, and her flashlight dies out. And what a garbage flashlight. All of a sudden, she makes noise, and a walker starts coming towards her. And back with the group, they are looking for anything useful, any supplies. And we get Silas talking about how his mom, did pasta for him, and he tries to help Elton with a door. But we see a hand grab him, and at first I thought it was a walker, so I was kind of surprised. But yeah, it turns out it's not a walker, it is Felix, my favorite character in World Beyond. So yeah, he comes in and, he starts talking to the kids, and he, asks where Hope is because he notices that Hope is not with them because, anyways, they're kind of silent. That was I don't know, that was a little bit weird. I guess they don't want to tell him. So after that, we have them. Felix he is such a good guy because he doesn't yell at the kids because of what they did. Oh, also we get another flashback with Silas, and he's mopping a lab, because I think what happened with his uncle, he beat him up, and now everyone looks at him as kind of dangerous or a monster. He sees a picture of, the Hope's family, Iris's dad, and, he gets caught by Iris. So yeah, some awkward moment, but she leaves to get her homework, and she drops it, and Silas picks it up, and this is where we get the title, The Tiger and the Lamb. It's like a poem that Iris wrote, and Hope gets attacked by a walker, and it, I don't know, for some reason goes through the door, and Hope doesn't kill it. So Hope runs, and she manages to find the siren, the really old siren thing, and she takes it and starts to cramp it up, to make the siren noise, but unfortunately it breaks, and we get Hope cursing, and then it cuts to black. Or actually, Hope was actually about to curse, I should say. So Felix is still trying to talk to Iris, and he finds out that it was her plan, not Hope's. And then we get Silas talking about how, it was Hope who led the walker away in the treehouse, and that their mistakes shouldn't define them. But Huck kind of gets in Silas's face, I suppose, asking him what about his mistakes. So I don't know, that was weird. And we get this kind of weird moment where, Silas is like, I should have, I didn't, I would have, it was kind of weird. And we get, it really looks like Silas is beating up his uncle, so I hope they explain that more. So anyways, he says that, like, what he's afraid of is just himself, being a monster. He doesn't want people to see him like that. And we see another flashback. There's a lot of Silas flashbacks in this episode, you know what I mean? Yeah, so anyway, everyone, after that, we get Iris talking to Hope again, and Hope is in trouble because she tried to take apart the siren to make it work, but it is not working, and Felix tries to convince her, to go back with them, but, there's walkers, so they can't even reach her even if they wanted to, so she says that, just to get ready, because she's going to get the siren ready, and she tries to get Iris to promise not to come back for her, but, it doesn't really work. So Iris just says she's not doing that, and, she's not going to make that promise. So anyways, we have Elton talking to Silas too, and Silas is still hesitant, but we get Hope. She manages to, put the metal in the siren and get it working, and she starts cranking it up, and the characters are all, getting ready to go, and Hope is getting down the building, and she is going to make a run for it. So yeah, also at this time we get, a poem, like, during this time, like, we have, like, Iris reading her poem, or I guess Silas is reading it, but the characters are walking, they're running, and yeah, I mean, I didn't really like the poem that much. It was kind of weird, but, some walkers fall on some sludge, and then Hope takes a lighter that she had from the previous episode, and she sets the walkers on fire. So yeah, I mean, that was okay. At least she's, killing some walkers, and Hope is, running, and she gets attacked by 2 random walkers, and unfortunately she gets knocked out when she tries to kick them because she lands on her head. And yeah, but Iris comes in to save her, and Iris is struggling. She manages to kill a walker though, so yeah. So anyways, Hope sees it, and unfortunately Iris is attacked as well, and Hope goes to rescue her. She finally is able to kill her very first walker, I suppose directly. I don't know if the burned ones count earlier, but yeah, she stabs the walker in the head, killing it, saving Iris, and the characters are getting ready to leave. They they're about to leave the blaze of glory when a fence comes down because they knocked a walker and it like broke a chain or something. So Silas is holding it, and the characters are trying to get through, but they lose their bags, and Elton decides to go back for his bags. And this was kind of tense because I really thought that Silas didn't make it, I suppose, like, or like one of the bags. So it was kind of hard to see, but all the characters made it through, and the characters are relaxing. And we finally find out what that thing Elton was holding all this time. It turns out is just a small fishing hook, fishing pole. You know what I mean? Like, that is just crazy. I was wondering what that was. So anyways, we have the characters eating and relaxing, and Iris says that she's not really going to go back. Felix said they're supposed to, but they say that they can't make them. I suppose that they want to help their dad, and this is the best way, so they should come with them. And Huck even mentions that they have a point. They can't force the kids to come back with them, so they might as well join them so they don't die. And Felix is taking this so well. So after that, we get a kind of emotional scene between Hope and Iris. She tells Iris that she needs to tell her what happened that night, how when their mother died, it was her fault because she ran to the woman, and how she killed that woman. And this kind of bothered me a little bit, just because Iris, like, for the most part, had no emotion. Like, I feel like the actress for Hope is just better, but we did get some emotion out of Iris, which was actually very refreshing to see, because I think for the most of the show already, she just has this kind of blank face. But it was nice to see some emotion with the sisters. They hug it out, and Iris says they're going to get through this, that they have to. So yeah, anyways, after that, we get, Felix talking to the girls, and I guess, he's on board with helping them, and, we get a funny moment where, she's like, we look better in the jackets than you will, but honestly, I think Hope and Felix look the best in the jackets, because they're my favorite characters. So anyways, we have, the relationship between Hope and Elton, I guess, sort of starting to form, and we find out that it's like a transcript his mom is writing, or was writing before she died, or a manuscript, sorry. And Silas is listening to audio tapes from his grandparents, and yeah, after that we get Iris, wrapping up the cut that Silas got when he held the fence together, and we have them sharing a blanket, I suppose. And yeah, it's pretty obvious the show is trying to ship these two. So yeah. Anyways, after that we get so we get the CRM finally. The guy from last episode, or no, from the premiere, Barco, I think was his name. He goes to Elizabeth and says how, he can't really sleep, he can't really forget what they did, at the campus colony, and how those people did not seem like a threat, like what they did. And Elizabeth, even, she turns on everything in her apartment, and my goodness, her electrical and gas bill must be insane because of this. I'm just pointing that out. Like, seriously. Talk about a waste. But she says that, they have, gas and electricity and, television and culture and agriculture, all this stuff. And, like, that's how the CRM is, I suppose. And, I mean, that still doesn't justify murdering 10,000 people. But, I mean, I don't know. I rather sleep at night than have all of these luxuries. You know what I mean? But yeah, so the guy doesn't believe it. He still says that it doesn't feel right. It was murder. But we get the CRM. I have no idea how they knew that she called them. That was a little bit weird. But yeah, this guy is apparently gonna be taken off of the CRM army until he's back to normal. And yeah, we get Elizabeth, turning up everything again, wasting electricity, all that. But she starts looking at a map. I'm not sure what the map is exactly, but we do get like a tear that falls down on it. So yeah, that's the end of the episode. So what did I think about this episode? I definitely think it was better than episode 2. And yeah, we get a preview of the next episode. So the characters go to this high school, and we have Felix talking to Elton and saying that he's going to come with him. And we have Huck asking Hope, why did you bring us here? Like, do you want to go back? I suppose we have Elton, who looks like he's injured. He has an ice pack on his shoulder or something. So yeah, I'm not sure how he gets injured. But anyway, we have Walker at the window, and Silas gets jumped by it, and we get a wolf, or at least some type of dog. So that is pretty interesting. Like, it looks like the main antagonist this episode will be the Walkers, as well as this wolf. So yeah, we have the characters noticing some fresh blood, and we have Silas like screaming, and it's like red lights. So wondering what that scene is. So yeah, guys, that's it for the episode and the preview for next week's episode. So yeah, guys, I mean, honestly, World Beyond is, I'll admit, it's better than I thought it would be. It's not perfect though, but the CRM is, the CRM, Easter eggs are very interesting, and the characters do grow on me slowly. Like, Elton is starting to grow on me more as a character, and as well as Silas. Iris, not so much, but yeah. So anyways, that's it for my review of The Walking Dead Season 1, Episode 3, The Tiger and the Lamb. Please let me know what you thought of the episode down below, and until next time, guys, take care. Bye.
Wash away all our sins.